Hello everyone, I'm going to be continuing on with more Jungle Rot, actually getting a lot of monsters this game, which is pretty nice, because last game it took me an absolute eternity to finally draw enough monsters to finish my opponent off, and I have a Summoner Monk plus a Duality, so I am not going to be using the Duality this turn, although if I had practically any other spell I definitely would be, but I want the ability to use Summoner Monk's effect. I think it's a lot better than using a Duality because I can search for really important monsters and get them on the field, not to mention it allows me to go for an instant XYZ monster. So let's see what my opponent is running. Looks like they have a standard 40 card deck with a 15 card extra deck. That's good. Hopefully it means that this will be a challenging duel. But it looks like they're taking a little while to decide what their opening play is going to be, so maybe this is going to be a faster deck and they're deciding how many cards they can go off with first. Oh, it's going to be Noble Knights. Alright, what do you do? Here's your deck. Do I want to bottomless this or Fiendish Chain it? That is a good question. Let's see. I'm going to wait for them to use the effect, or try to use the effect, and I'm just going to Fiendish Chain it because that'll allow them, or it'll force them into wasting their equip cards, and then also when I attack over it, it's just going to be really minus for them because Noble Knights don't really use a whole lot of back row. Oh really, just going straight for the attack? Okay. I want to say the Fiendish Chain, but at the same time I really don't, so I'm just going to use the Fiendish Chain right now. Wow, I can't target that, can I? Whoops. Wait, what? Why can't I Fiendish? Oh, it's a normal monster right now. That's right, it's a Gemini. Wow, I'm looking at the card picture, which doesn't say Gemini on it, even though... Oh, this isn't a Gemini technically, is it? Whoops, that was kind of a mistake on my part, but... Don't even care, just gonna bottomless this. Okay, so even though I made some misplays right there, I don't really care because these cards they all let me go plus, so this ended up just making it, we didn't really go plus or minus for either of us. And drawing into a Dark Hole, that's interesting. Okay, still going to be discarding the Duality, at least, maybe. Let's see, they're Noble Knights, so let me think for a second. Do I really want Dark Hole? They could have their effect that... Oh. That's kind of tricky. Yeah, I'm just going to keep the Dark Hole for now, on the off chance that they don't have the equip that lets them basically avoid being destroyed by battle. And wow, they pro set a Dark Hole. So good. Okay. I'm going to be summoning the Honor Arc just because this card is really safe against most back row. Although if they're setting a Dark Hole, I think that they were trying to double bluff. Let's see if that was the case or if they were trying to present something really good. I think it was a double bluff. Although I've said before that Dark Hole has kind of lost some of its value in this day and age, and I think that really goes to show how little people actually care about this card because of monsters like this. So they set their Dark Hole, not really even caring if it gets destroyed. That's pretty interesting. Let's see, clean up Noble Arms. So Honor Arc should be fine for this turn because... Tries to destroy that, yeah, that's fine. And then let's see, are they going to be able to run it over? I am so unfamiliar with this thing's effect. Let's see, Light Monster, show back card effect, you can just show this card instead. Oh, okay, that's whatever. So I can run into this, and I'll keep my Silent Honor Arc, whereas they will lose their Dryston. So what else does this do? Let's see, when no monster. Okay, this isn't special summoned, is it? No, it's a normal summon, so there's not much I can do about that. I'm debating if I actually want to use the rank up right now. I kind of do, I kind of don't. What are the options? Let's see, what are the... No, you know what? I'm going to do it. I'm just going to go for the rank up right now and get it out onto the field. It's very rare that Noble Knights summon more than one big monster at a time, so even if they get out something big next turn, this is just going to come back, give me life points, and then it'll probably eat their card. And okay, maybe this back row wasn't a double bluff. Oh, it was a Mirror Force? Oh, okay, that's not that bad. And I already destroyed their Dark Hole, so I know that that's at least going to be staying around. Even if they destroy this next turn, not really a big deal. I guess I got rid of a Mirror Force. I gained a ton of life points, which puts me at 10,700. So they're going to be able to get over this, but then I also have a Dark Hole plus life points to spare, so that's going to allow me to have time to gain back the field control that I just lost. And let's see, what do they just search for? Boars. Okay, so they search for boars, meaning... I'm waiting for them to play an equip. They haven't played a single one this game, which is really interesting. I've never seen a Noble Knight deck that... I'm sure that they're running equips, they'd be crazy not to, but they haven't drawn a single one, which is pretty unheard of. So let's see if they make... They can go into their own Honor Arc, which is kind of interesting because it copies its larger form. That's really all that they can go into. Maybe they're not running it. Oh, or they can go for that, okay. So, oh no, this is a level, no, it's a level 5, well it's equipped with something, okay, yeah. So because they're not going to be going into an XYZ, that means my Dark Hole is going to be really beneficial for me next turn. Nah, there we go, now they're getting the equips. All I want them to do is not draw the one that helps and, or the one that protects, and that's exactly what they drew, the one I didn't want them to, darn. But let's see if they use it this turn. I mean, they should. I don't see a reason why they wouldn't. But who knows? Maybe... Okay, yeah, they're going to use it. Let's see what they equip it to. Okay, it doesn't really do anything because this is being negated, so I am glad that I ranked up when I had the chance. And doesn't this just... Do they have an Honest in their hand or something? I mean, this doesn't really help them. Oh. Oh, okay. What just happened? I could have sworn this was a... Oh, that's right, it's a Dark Monster right now. Wow. Showing how unfamiliar I am with Noble Knights. There was that little time period where everyone was running them because they were brand new, which is basically how new cards go. But recently, not really a whole lot of people have been running them, so I've kind of forgotten some of the effects, so I'm not that used to them. Especially when I'm trying to play really quickly, which I definitely am. Okay, so I am not going to be able to destroy this, although... let's see, what can I do? I mean, I'm going to be setting the morale attack because I am going to be able to kind of screw with their cards a little bit when I try to destroy it. Let's see, I do have to read back up on these cards. Let's see, when this card is XYZ, someone equip them to this card. You can detach from XYZ, destroy spells and traps. Okay, this one protects it once per turn, I think. Destroy valid artifacts. Okay, this one lets them gain life points. The attack. And then this one just gives them a lot of attack. Okay, and I feel kind of sacky drawing into both of those because what they're going to do is, I assume they're going to use their monster's effect to pop both of these, and then both of them are going to go off and destroy their monsters. So even though this will be protected once, it will not be protected twice, and then they won't have anything else left to do. The smart move would have been to summon a monster, but I question if they even have one left because they've been using a lot for a Noble Knight deck. So they'll probably destroy both of these. Unbeknownst to them, they're going to be screwed over by it. And they're probably thinking, what just happened? Just because I haven't played any artifacts up until this point, so for them to be seeing double morale attack right now must be really random and a little bit frustrating. So let's go ahead and use both effects. Both, of course, going to be targeting the same monster or the same card just so that it does actually get destroyed. And now, just like that, they're down to nothing. Their equips get wasted because there's nothing left for them to equip to. They lost their XYZ monster, which they used 2 cards to make. And I am back in the game, about to probably actually win. If they don't have anything, I can just summon the star drawing and go for it. Okay, no, they did have a monster left. And even though it would have been the better play to summon this, at the same time, I don't disagree with it because they had absolutely no idea that I was running artifacts. So there was no way for them to know that. So I don't disagree with what they did. Okay, they actually did have a reasonable amount of resources left. Interesting. Let's see, and then head to your hand. Okay, so they're going to be able to get a monster. I don't think they have anything that they can special summon. So to the very least, I might not win, but at the same time, I'm still going to be able to do significant damage. That depends, though. Let's see, they have a monster in their hand. Okay, they still have... That's right, they still have that. Although it's a light now, so... Does it become a dark? No, okay, it's a light still, so... This won't be able to be destroyed by battle. I'm trying to think if I can still go for game next turn. I mean, I can always make freeze Dawn. Although I have to... Oh, that changes things. Okay, yeah, that changes everything. So I will use this effect, and this won't be destroyed, I don't think. No, it'll be destroyed. But really, I just want to get another XYZ in the field. So... heck do I even want to make? I'm thinking way too hard about this. I'm sure I already have games, so I'll go for Honor Arc. Like, I'm not even thinking at this point. I'm completely dominating the field. So, okay, go for Honor Arc. It's my standard play anyways. Ah, no, that's not going to be game. No. Okay, then... I'm not going to make an XYZ right now. I do want to keep both of these on the field because if I really need to, I can summon Straw Drawing next turn and then make another rank 5, or just make a rank 5. And they need to get a really nice top deck to be able to stay in this anyways. Like, I'm still above 8,000 life points. They're down to their last 2 cards. And I know that they can equip this thing from the grave, but it doesn't really do them all that much good. Yeah, let's see what they'll do. So it is a dark now. So, oh, they do get the special summons. No, they get to add an equip. So this is going to be kind of a luck factor right now, if depending on what they get. I don't know what them to get. Anything but the... Okay, good. They didn't get the Destiny this time. Good. Which means they got the other one that I think it just gives them a bunch of attack, which does not save them in this situation. And then this is a dark right now, though, so they're going to be able to attack over basically any monster they want. Okay, well, what does this one do? Again, I'm really unfamiliar with what these do. I was starting to learn them, and then just kind of like, they fizzled out, so I never finished. Let's see. Oh, okay, it doesn't really do them anything. Or not really any good. Gonna go for the rank 5 that I wanted to go for before. Let's see. I can actually make Honor Dark again. Although this has to go to the graveyard first for it to be useful. I'm just gonna go crazy and make Freeze Dawn, overlay into the bigger Lancer, and then use that to try to go for game and just do a whole bunch of damage. Okay, because even if it would get destroyed, it has its destruction negate effect, so I will still have game. I think I'll be up by 100, or 100 more than I actually needed. And let's see if they have a face on that can do anything. Yes, avoid destruction, of course. There we go, 1200 damage for almost exactly game. So if you enjoyed this video, please comment, like, subscribe, and stay brutal.